I do kind of need to be paying attention here. Hey, what's up, guys? Out and about for a little bit here on a Sunday morning. And yes, per request, I'm riding one of my Onewheels, my Onewheel Pint. After a marathon of EUC riding earlier in the week on the good old Onewheel Pint. Just love the Onewheel riding experience. I want to take a second to thank everybody that's been checking out the S18 video series. It's a total of 9 videos. Got lots of positive comments on it. Last time I checked, we're pushing towards 20,000 total views on that series. So thank you guys, I appreciate it very much. I'm really hoping to be able to put a similar set of videos together for the V11 whenever I get it. That's a little bit up in the air right now, but yeah, I'll do my best, because that's all you can do, right? All right, I did bring my Skydio drone with. I want to shoot a little bit of footage here. Like I said, I'm not going to be out here very long at all. Happy Father's Day too, by the way. Yeah, all you fathers out there. I'm an animal father, not a conventional father. No human children. Oh, geez. SD error on the card. It says I have an SD error on my card in the Skydio. Let's see if we can fix that. Bang, bang. Let's make sure that... Hello. Okay, at least that's working. Once again, I'm a dumbass. I got the drone on and I formatted the card thinking that would fix my problem. And then it said that the card was too slow to record video. I'm like, well, what the hell? What are you talking about? So pop the card out. Here I have the 16 gig card that I bought at Walgreens, which isn't the right speed. I had multiple micro SD cards sitting on my desk, and I evidently grabbed and shoved the wrong one into the Skydio like a dumbass. So I guess I'll be spending this ride just holding the Skydio. No backpack. I guess, you know, I'll just act like it's a cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, so that's fine. My bad, once again. So you might say, Duff, you know, I don't really get it. I mean, you just rode like a state-of-the-art new suspension EUC, the S18, and you have, you know, one of the fastest wheels on the planet, the MSX 100 volts. Why would you even waste your time on a Pint? You know, it starts tipping you back at, you know, 15 miles an hour or something like that, and 6 to 8 miles of range. You know, why would you do that? I don't understand. And it's hard for me to give you a definitive answer if you've never ridden a Onewheel. It's just the riding experience, the act of the way that you interact with a Onewheel. It's relaxing, it's fun. You know, you get your ass out away from the board. You know, when you're carving back and forth. I don't know, I just enjoy it, and other Onewheelers can obviously chime in, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I mean, basically, you know, speed, range, and flexibility in terrain that you're conquering is not everything. It really isn't. Oh yeah, that feels good. I'm physically really still hurting from my my blitz on the S18. Combination of the long rides, you know, the swamp ride, and then, you know, doing my intense level 2 and level 3 jumping on that wheel. It's kind of left me in a tough spot physically. My knees still hurt, my back still hurts, shoulder still hurts. It's, you know. So it's good to take a little bit of a break. This is my only PEV riding I'll probably be doing this weekend. Did you know one of the things that they were rumored to be looking at for the Onewheel series is suspension? There was rumors that they were going to be announcing a suspension version of a Onewheel. Much like my initial reaction with the EUC announcement of suspension, I was curious, like, why would you want to do that? Because the riding experience feels so great as is. But after seeing how it benefited me on the S18, I'm more open to that option. I'm curious how they would pull it off. But suspension definitely has a tangible benefit that I did not quite realize prior to getting my hands on the S18. So I once again am on the road leading to the swamp. No, I'm not going into the swamp today on the Pint. I just want to ride the limestone road a little bit. I don't think I've ever done that on either one wheel. I'm just curious how that will feel. It'll probably feel pretty rough. So some of you may or may not be aware that I have a second channel. Actually, I have 3 YouTube channels. But one of those other channels is called EUC Army. And that is a channel where I just put my PEV content. All my content is on this channel, everything that I do. EUC Army just has my PEV content, and they also have another channel called Duff 3D that I just put my 3D printing content on, because some people like their channels to have a narrow focus and just be that type of video. That's why I did that sort of stuff. EUC Army it's less than 100 away from 1,000 subscribers, which is a big milestone in the YouTube community. So I'm trying to push to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers. So maybe you didn't want to subscribe to this channel, since 85% of the people 85% of the people watching this on the main Duff channel are not subscribers. But man, do me a solid and go over to EUC Army and maybe subscribe there. I'd appreciate it. Link's always in the description below, or you can just do a search for EUC Army on YouTube and you'll find it there as well. So yeah, let's get that channel to 1,000 subs, guys. I would really appreciate it. A lot of you watching this video probably saw the video that Marty posted a few days ago of him falling on his MSP. He hit a rough section of road after doing like a 3-hour mountain ride, so his legs were kind of spent, and he developed a speed wobble that he could not get out of. And he wound up jumping off his MSP. I'm not sure how fast he was when he jumped off. It was kind of hard to tell from the video, but fast enough. And he kind of like landed on his back, and it looked kind of scary. I chatted to him, and he said he's fine. He has some road rash and stuff, but it looked kind of scary. He's going to be investing in some additional forearm protection, get some different elbow guards that also incorporate forearm protection, because that's where he got the brush burn. But I did ask him, and I don't think he actually answered me, and I guess he probably really wouldn't have an answer until he gets to get his hands on one of the suspension EUCs to try it. This limestone road doesn't feel too bad, actually, on the Pint. But anyways, I asked him, I said, I wonder if you had a suspension wheel, if that wobble would have been less pronounced. I'm curious if in a situation like that it would have saved him. Maybe, I don't know. Time will tell, how beneficial a suspension wheel is seen in the community. But at least right now, whoa, all right, got some ruddy ruts right here. Right now, suspension seems like a pretty damn cool thing to me. Oh boy, no suspension there. I do kind of need to be paying attention here. On an EUC, you don't have to really pay attention because you can just kind of roll through this stuff, but certain dips and valleys in this limestone road could be potentially bad on the Pint if I'm not paying attention. You have to be kind of cognizant of your entry angle with certain things on the one wheel, so that's what I'm trying to do. But it really doesn't feel that bad. This road actually isn't as washed out and rough as it was before. I kind of realized that from watching the video back. Here's a little dip. Whoa. All right. So I'm just going to ride to the entrance and turn around. And my buddy Clay told me that he's going back to the swamp to ride, the Bonita Swamp, and he's trying to connect to this trail again. I never found the entrance between, or the connection between those two trails last week. But man, riding a one wheel here, that's no joke, man. That's some serious riding, because the one wheel just does not have the tire diameter to deal with a lot of this stuff here. I've never tried to take the one wheel back there, and I'm not going to try today. All right, here we are. The one-wheel Pint is capable of riding the limestone road all the way back to the entrance of the swamp. But we're turning around. Heading for home. Into Tesla content on my channel. I'm going to have some interesting Tesla content coming up in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that, man. It's going to be something I never did before in my Tesla. Look at that. That almost looks like some pool noodles on steroids. You know, those foam floating noodles? Wow, never saw that before. Cool. Huge. All right. Back on asphalt. Definitely the place that I prefer to be, although the Pint did just fine on that limestone. No problem whatsoever. Oh my God, guys, yesterday. You should ask Cindy what it's like to live with me. It's so funny. I build up, during the week, I build up these mental lists of things that I want to get done on the weekend. And then I'm like a laser-guided missile that I need to get these things done regardless. It's like yesterday I got it in my mind that I needed to change the oil in the Tacoma and Cindy's Ioniq, and I also changed the oil in the tractor as well. And then I decided that I needed to get the grass mowed yesterday, come hell or high water. And the last half hour of that was done in a driving thunderstorm. Rain pouring down. I was soaked. I had to stop every 60 seconds to clear the chute because it was clogged with wet grass, but I didn't care, man. I had to get it done. And that aspect of my personality in some ways helps me, in some ways is a hindrance. But after 52 years, I don't think it's going to change. Like, for example, when I decide that I'm going to make all the videos that I need in 3 days on the S18, I make all the videos I need on the S18 in 3 days. Come hell or high water. Those of you wondering about stands for the S18, if you watch the video series, you probably see that first day, first thing I did is try to put it on one of my normal stands. It did not work because the sides need to be higher to accommodate the suspension. I have modeled a version of the stand with higher sides, called it the tall boy sides, and I've sold one of them so far. I have another one up there. I'm trying to make them as much as I can. It takes a while. They're the biggest stands as far as amount of plastic used out of any that I've ever had, so it's not exactly a fast process, but I am working on it. I'm also thinking about seeing if I can come up with an adapter that you could buy, that you could slide onto one of the existing stands to make it work with a suspension stand. There's a lot involved with that, and it won't really work very well for stands that have raised white lettering, unfortunately. But I am working on making that option as well, available as well. So if it happens, I'll let you know. I have something to look forward to when I get back to the house. DJ should be there. We're babysitting DJ during the day, so that's always fun. I'm sure he'll be happy to see me, and the feeling is likewise. He's a good boy. Yes, you can carve on an EUC, obviously. You can carve on an EUC, but it's just different, man. It's different. I've never snowboarded before, but if this is what snowboarding feels like, I would probably like it. Simple stop. Really, right there is the only drawback of the Pint. Not lots of range. That ride was probably 7 or 8 miles, and battery is low. All right, so that's gonna wrap up my little Father's Day ride. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please think about subscribing, or think about going over to EUCarmy.com and subscribing over there. I'd appreciate that. Or not EUCarmy.com, but EUC Army on YouTube, and subscribe over there. That would be awesome. And if you're going to subscribe either place, you can always hit that notify bell that's over there to notify you of new videos. Please leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Still love the Pint. I've loved it from day one. I still love it now. Awesome little piece of fun. It's great. So that's all I have for you for now. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Father's Day. I hope you do the same. And until next time, Duffy and out. Oh. DJ.
You're not clean, don't excite him. Why are you coming over here?
Because I said I was excited to see DJ.
Oh, I just didn't want you to. He's a freak guy. He was almost asleep.
Okay, hold on, buddy.
Oh, he loves Grandpa so much.
Hey, honey.